Okay, so let's start at the back of the mat in a small forward fold. So you can bring your blocks with you, Katie, if you need them. Um, yeah. So separate your feet about hips width, maybe even a little wider. I've been taking my forward fold supported. So I take my blocks up high and I kind of come down, bend my knees, and I rest this way. Elbows, you can just be on your palms. You could grab opposite elbows, so more of a rag doll. Yeah. Shift your hips high up. Bend your knees a lot. Yeah. And bring more weight forward. Connect to your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose to the back of the throat. Good. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the nose to the back of the throat. If you have ragdoll, just grab opposite elbow. So just switch your grip. So just switch it. If you're just hanging forward, continue to hang forward just for a few more breaths. Yeah. Let the head detach from the body in a sense. So just kind of moving yourself and putting yourself onto this yoga mat this morning. Good. Move the blocks out of the way. Ground your feet. I'm going to bend my knees a lot to do this. I'm going to crawl myself out to my first down dog. Yeah. When I get to the down dog, I'm going to soften behind my knees this morning. I'm going to glance at my hands and make sure my index fingers are forward, maybe even a little bit turned out so I can get a nice external rotation of the shoulders. And then I'm focused back on the feet, melting the center of the heel closer and closer towards the ground and spreading the toes nice and wide. So finding the shape, if there's any little movements that you need to make in it, go ahead and do so. If not, just being still. Breathing the hips way up off the shoulders, plugging the thumb, the index finger, the baby finger down into the mat. Good. Roll forward like an ocean wave to a plank. Yep. Set it up so your shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrist. Plug the hands into the mat. Drop your knees behind you a little bit. Keep the toes curled or have the tops of the feet resting on the ground. Halfway to a supported push-up. Re-straighten your arms to a supported plank. Fix your eyes on the front skinny edge of the mat, halfway to a supported push-up. Straighten the arms, supported plank. One more, halfway supported push-up. Straighten the arms, supported plank. Lift the knees to your back in plank position. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Step the right foot forward, drop the back knee on an angle. You can pat it if you need. Sweep your arms out and up, supported lunge. Yeah. I do it with my toes curled into the mat, but you can have the foot flat too. Either way works. Yeah. Track the right knee over the right ankle. Arms out energetic towards the sky. Hands to frame your front foot. Integrate the back left knee so you're in this low lunge. Slide back to a dog. Yeah, we're just going to get a little joint mobility going here. Step the left foot forward. Nice big juicy stance. Yep, drop the back knee on an angle. You can keep the toes curled to relax it. Sweep the arms out and up. Side ribs long. Left knee over left ankle. Hands to frame your front foot. Integrate the back right leg. Slide back dog. So on the breath, guys, right foot forward, back knee drops. Rise. Back down, integrate the back knee. Slide back dog. Left foot forward, back knee drops. Rise. Nice, easy movements. Yeah. Hands back down, back knee lifts, down dog. Roll forward plank. Drop your knees if you need support, halfway to a push-up. Up dog or cobra, pick what feels best in your body. Press even through the hands, the tops of the feet. Hips go up and back. Downward facing dog. Press strong through your hands. Look to the top of the mat. Step your feet there this morning. About hips width to start. Long spine on the inhale. Hands can also just rest the shins as your weight draws forward. Exhale, fold into yourself. Let your head go. Root to rise, come all the way up. See, it's a little warm. It's like a little muggy. Drag the hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Probably going to rain. Arms go up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees forward. Fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog or cobra, pick what feels best. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. Yeah, so today's practice, I really just want to keep it like really basic movements. So arms stay nice and straight. Look where you want to go. Step, step, or float top of mat. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Go again. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog or cobra, take out what doesn't work, add in what does. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Shoulders move away from your ears, outer triceps press in. Keep your arms straight, look where you want to go. Step, step, float top of mat. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Keep going, arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank. Lower halfway, support with knees down if you need. Up dog or cobra, I'm demonstrating the up dog. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Back side of the body lengthening, hips lifting high, arms nice and straight, look to the top. Step or float your feet there. Long spine, weight is forward, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. One more, arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare, step, step plank. Throw in your push-up, add in your back bend. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Good, drop to your knees. Stand up on your knees in the middle of the mat, hands come to your hips. You're gonna step your right foot forward, it's gonna look like this. Yeah, you're gonna turn your back foot on an angle and walk your right foot to the center. So your right foot, so now your hips are open. Yep. Your right foot's gonna intersect your back left knee. Yeah. So you're essentially setting up a modified warrior two. And then your arms are gonna open just like this. I always keep this pose in my back pocket. Yeah. So just feel your body creating the shape and see if you can lengthen and let your right thigh roll open. Yeah. So when you're closer to the floor like this, holding the pose is a lot easier in sense, kind of. So we'll flip the palm and reverse the warrior. We're gonna come back and rest your right arm on the top of the thigh. Even better, I like to have a straight arm and press the thigh open with the palm kind of facing. Just stretching the top arm up or up and over. So just a version of an extended side angle. Yep. Come back up, warrior two. Straighten out your right leg. It looks like this. Flex your right foot. Slide your right hand to your right shin. Stretch the left arm up. Katie, does that feel good? Yeah. Yep. This gets the inner thigh. Feel your side body getting nice and open. Okay, fun transition, trying to follow me, Zoomers. So you're gonna like pivot back like a reverse triangle. Your left palm's gonna go flat. Your right foot's just gonna turn. It's a version of side plank. So turn your right toe step towards the pool. Yep. And it's a version of modified side plank. Awesome. Lift the top arm up. Top arm can reach up and over. You're just on a modified side plank, but you're on your left hand and you're facing the back of the mat now, kind of. Good. To get out, pivot your right toes up and just pull yourself up, hands to hips. You just pivot around to the front, okay? So we're gonna try the other side. So just stand in the center of the mat, step your left knee forward, your left foot forward, make a 90-degree angle. And then you're gonna open up your hips and turn your right toes out so it looks like this. The left foot intersects the right knee, and your hips are open towards the side of the mat. Then open up your arms, spread open like this, and just settle in for a few breaths. Just work on your alignment, side ribs nice and long, belly drawing in, and an external rotation. Feel the lightness in your body supporting the pose. Let the shoulders drop down the back, and just feel. Ujjayi breathing. Yep. Reverse the warrior. Right hand just rests on the side of that thigh. Top arm reaches up and back. Come back to warrior two. Use the back of that left arm and caddy that thigh open. Reach the right arm up or up and over. Yeah. Just kind of pressing that inner thigh open. Pull up to a warrior two, this modified. Straighten out your left leg, flex your foot. Pivot the left hand to the left shin. Stretch the right arm straight up. So you're straight up and down on your right knee, and your right arm is straight up towards the sky. You got it. Your left leg is out. You're flexing the foot. You're creating a strong shape. 2 more breaths. You got it. Pull up with your top right arm. Take your right hand down on the mat. Pivot your left toes on an angle. Your right knee down, your right palm down. Modified side plank. Top arm pulls you back up. Rebend that front leg. Pivot both hands down to the mat. Step to a plank facing forward. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge, rise. You're high on the ball of your back foot. Hands to frame your front foot, step to a plank, halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Guide your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Rise on your breath. Hands back down, plank, halfway push-up. Up dog smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step your right foot forward, turn your back foot on a strong angle. Rise first warrior. Just basic poses here. Make them feel good. Anchor that back foot. Spin the left ribs forward. Hands to frame your front foot. Vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back. Down dog. The left foot forward. The back foot turns. Rise. Right rib spin forward a little. Hands back down. Chaturanga push-up. Upward facing dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Be still here for a few breaths. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine weight is forward. Fold into yourself. Heavy in your heels for chair. I'm going to take mine with my feet about hips width. That looks good. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So we'll loop it all together with excitement and joy. Here we go. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels, chair. Stick your butt back. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank. Halfway to a push-up. Drag yourself through a back bend. Good. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Moving on the breath. Warrior one. Back down we go. Push up. Upward facing. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Left foot forward, back foot turns, rise. Back down we go. Chaturanga push up. Upward facing dog. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Be still. Arms stay nice and straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Get there light. Long spine weight is forward. Fold in half. Chair pose, heavy in your heels. Good. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So go again. Arms go straight up, heavy in your heels, chair. Stick your butt way back. Then fold over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, step to plank. Adding your push-up. Throw in the back bend if it's available. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise. Back down we go through a vinyasa of choice. Left foot lands on your breath, rise. Back down we go to a chaturanga. Up dog pulls you through, nice and smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Be still in the down dog. Arms are really active. Yeah, keep them active. Look forward, step or float top of mat. Long spine weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Heavy in your heels, chair. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Let's do one more. Cycle through it. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. Stick your butt way back. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, float through a vinyasa. So at this point, you're just making whatever it is that you're doing feel really good. Right foot lands, back foot turns, rise on your beat, warrior one. Back down we go through a push-up or not. Left foot steps forward, back foot turns, rise. Back down we go, chaturanga. Up dog smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Let's pivot our toes to the left and our heels to the right and lean on the right hand for a version of side plank. You can drop down and take that modified version again. You could float the left leg up. Yeah, you could take a little bind if you want, if you're modifying, or just stay. From your bottom hip to your top hip, you lift. Your bottom right arm plugs down into the mat. Look sideways, look up, and breathe. Slow transition to plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. Pivot the toes to the right and heels to the left. And just kind of lean on that left hand for your version of side plank. Modify if needed. I'm staggering the feet in my version. You can lift the leg. Anything goes. You can add in the bind. Nice even breaths as you lift from your bottom hip to your top hip. Lift a little higher. Plank position. Push up chaturanga. Up dog smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Good, look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine on the inhale, fold into yourself. Heavy in your heels, chair. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. You're going to air twist or hook to the left. To the right, sorry. Go to the right. I don't know why I said left. Pick a direction, any direction. Stick your butt way back. Just make sure that your left knee does not slide in front of your right. So your two knees line up, coming from your hips. Weight staying back in your heels. Spine is long, breath is flowing. Chair, pull around. Heavy in your heels, chair pose. Press up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels, chair. Sit it way back. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. We're twisting now to the left, unless for some reason you listened to me and you went the wrong direction. Two knees lining up. Weight in your heels, looking sideways, looking up, kind of getting in there. Watch that right knee, likes to slide past the left. Sit a little deeper. Twist open a little bit more. Chair pose, pull it around. Weight's heavy in your heels. Sit down a little bit deeper. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Good. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Come down into squat. So in squat pose, your heels turn in and your toes turn out. And then you come straight down. And you use the back of your triceps to kind of anchor in there. For some reason, you can't sit straight down. This doesn't feel good. You would slide blocks, towels, bolsters underneath you to kind of bring the floor up. Now, if your whole body is rounding forward, you're going to need that little support, because the goal is to stand up really tall in the pose, lengthen the tailbone, close your eyes and breathe. If you did want to play around with crow in this posture, you have to bring your feet back together in order to do that. If not, 5 more breaths, just lengthen the tailbone and breathe. If you are playing around with arm balancing, yep. Feet have to come together. You have to squat into it. Lengthen, breathe, open. Hands to frame the floor, shoot the legs straight up, and then just step to a dog. Good. Now when you get to down dog, breathe your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. It's going to lift a lot higher. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel, scoop out your belly. Extend the leg up and back, 3-legged down dog, flex the foot. Come forward, hug the right knee in, arms are straight up and down. Extend the right leg up and back. One more, come forward, hug it straight in. Step the right foot forward, turn the back foot strong, cartwheel open, warrior 2. So traditional warrior 2, where your back leg is strong and straight. Setting up the pose the same way. Spreading the collarbone, opening the chest. Softening your expression. Connecting to your breath. Wrap that inner right thigh open. Breathe across your body. Sit deeper. Straighten the right leg on track. Scoot your back foot in a little if you need to. Pick your distance for triangle. Your right hand lines up anywhere across the front of your right shin. You could utilize a block to the outside of the calf. Stack it up. Back leg really anchored. Front knee has a little bend. Yeah, there's a little sensation like you're leaning back. Look sideways, look up. You want to lengthen the side ribs, the obliques. Grip the inner and outer thighs in. Press strong through your legs. Good. Keep the shape. You're going to look forward and float up Ardha. So you use your block, stack it up, bring it enough forward that your right hand is over to the right a little. Your side ribs are long. Your right foot stays forward. And then breathe yourself open. Yeah, and if your balance gets a little floppy, it's okay. You just reset at any point and try again. Add in whatever it is that feels good for you, working on balance, working on breath, working on binding, keeping it basic. Stay with it. Turn your bottom ribs, look sideways, look up. Three more breaths. Light transition, everybody, back to warrior 2. Nice big step. Find your way back. Warrior 2. Flip the palm reverse. Yeah. Come back and place your right hand on the instep like we did before, but now we get to use the block. Or you could do it the same way, or you can rest your arm on the top of the thigh. So you're either resting your arm on the top of the thigh, you're caddying your right arm, your straight right arm, and kind of pressing that thigh open, or you're resting your hand on a block, stretching the left arm straight up. Then at this point, if you want to add in a half bind, the left arm kind of naturally is more capable of coming behind your back. Full bind is there too. So lift up, Steph, and hook back towards Katie. Yep, lean back. There you go. There's a strong gripping in of that right hip. breathe the collarbone and the chest open, look sideways, look up, and kind of spin your heart open. Couple more, stay with it. Warrior two, pull it up, sharp exhale breath. Take it to the floor, move yourself through a vinyasa of choice. Some of us just go back to dog and hold. Some of us crank out a bunch of push-ups. Anything goes. When you get to down dog though, you're breathing your left leg up and back for a three-legged down dog. We come forward and hug your left knee in and towards the navel. Arms are straight up and down. Look forward with your eyes. Extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug the left knee in and up, scoop up the belly. Extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug the knee in and up, scoop up the belly. Step the left foot smack through, turn the back foot on a strong angle. Cartwheel open, warrior two, we hold. So finding your breath, finding your balance. Yeah, knowing we'll be here for a few. So maybe closing your eyes, going inward a little. Think about the squat and how you lengthen your tailbone. It's the same. Spread your collarbone open. Just breathe. Feel the air blowing across you. Side ribs long. A couple more breaths. Lengthen and sit deeper. Straighten the left leg on track. I need to scoot my right foot in to kind of make this work a little. And then pick your distance for triangle anywhere across the front of the shin. That works for you. Right arm stacks up nice and big. Anchor. Remind yourself always, soften that front knee. Yeah. It's a pretty bold pose. Yeah. Look sideways, look up. Spark your right hand up towards the sky a little. Lean back a tad. Couple more. Look down, step up, Arda. Just try to make it a really seamless, light, easy transition if possible. I like to use the block. It's up to you. Side ribs long. Lift from that inner right thigh, stack open. And then add in anything that feels appropriate for you today. Maybe it's just keeping it really simple. If you bound up on the other side, you want to at least try it here. Good stuff. Side ribs have to turn. So that would be your left ribs. Kind of spin them up. Soften the left knee. Two more. Transition slow and smooth. Warrior two. Not always the prettiest thing. Warrior two. Yeah, let's flip the palm first, reverse, get the side body to open, and then come back through warrior two and pick your version of B variation. I'm going with the block, catting it to the instep, but you could rest your arm on the top of your thigh. Right arm straight up. And we're pretty open, so the right arm can wrap behind your back for a half bind, or you can go for the full bind. The feeling that you want is that your left hip really tucks under, your left ribs spin towards the ceiling sky area, and then you can really turn your upper collarbone and chest. You can look over the right shoulder. Good. Crown of the head is moving over that front foot as you really breathe here. Stay a few more. Sharp exhale breath, warrior two, pull it up. I just saw the prettiest bluebird. Yeah. Take it to the floor, vinyasa, keep it moving. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Look to the top of the mat, walk your feet, walk or float your feet there. Long spine on the inhale, exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Stand on your left leg, drag your right leg up into a tree. Yeah, so we're just gonna take basic tree first before we work on a little more balance. You gotta check in with this. Hands to prayer. Grow the branches. Look sideways, look up a little. Anchor the standing left leg. You got to kind of hook your hips under. Keep the arms moving up. Just swing your right leg forward. Lift your right leg up so it's at about a 90-degree angle. Flex the right foot strong. And then lower the right foot to the floor. Drag the hands to prayer, drop down. Right leg strong, left leg drag it up, tree. Yeah, hug the hips in, anywhere across the instep of that thigh or calf. Hands to prayer, and then you grow your branches. Fix your eyes. Woohoo. I was calling a falling tree here. Falling, floating tree. Side ribs long. Nothing's perfect. You just try and find balance. You try and find symmetry and hold. Keep the arms moving up. Swing the left leg forward. Flex the left foot strong. 90-degree angle. Lower the left foot down. Chair, sit way down. We're going to lower to a boat. So maybe go to a little like supported something, tabletop, reverse tabletop. Yeah, arms forward. Yeah. You can have your hands down stuff too, which is a nice way to kind of claw the mat. Eyes of the shoulders lift. Legs can have as much bend. We're going to lower to a low boat. Lower back spreads, upper shoulder blades lift. You pick any direction with your legs, any height. Pull back up, we'll row the boat. Yeah, it seems like an appropriate thing to do. Halfway down. Row the boat. One more, lower halfway. Row the boat up. Cross the ankles, crawl back through a vinyasa of choice. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. We're getting it done. Right foot forward, crescent lunge. Yeah, we'll work on some balance. See how this goes. Right? Wrap the left arm underneath the right arm. I know, I got to find the left arm, wrap it underneath the right arm. Step up into eagle. Wrap the arms, wrap the legs. So the goal here is to bend that standing right leg. So Andy, bend the right leg a lot, like you're sitting into a chair, and then wrap your thighs up. So it's like you're sitting under, your legs are under a table. Lift the elbows up. Sit a little deeper, weights in that standing right heel. Squeeze the legs. Unravel just your arms. Unwrap into a warrior one. Nice big step. Warrior one. Yeah. Interlace the hands behind the back, eyes of the shoulders lift. Exhale, fold. You could rest your stomach on your thigh. You could snuggle in there. Your right shoulder kind of comes into the instep of that right leg. Your left rib steer forward. Your clasp hands drop away from your low back, continuously gripping your right hip under. Take the left side of your body step and turn it forward. Nope, turn it the other direction. There you go. Press really strong through your feet, through your legs. Encourage the strength there. Pull the torso up. Sweep the arms out and up. Straighten the front leg on track. Scoot your back foot in. Right hand on hip, left arm extends up. Halfway down. the rest of the way down. Parsvottanasana, Katie, for this. Just both hands on the blocks. Right hand on the flat part of your back. We're set up for twisting triangle. Right arm peels open. Feel like someone's got you by the hips. They're pulling you back. Anchor your inner and outer thighs. Squeeze your hips in. Lengthen the tailbone, twist open. Another big breath. Exhale the breath, both hands to the floor. Step to a dog. Like a tidal wave, roll forward plank. Push up if it's there. Back bend if you got it. Hips go up and back, down dog. That wasn't so bad. Left foot lands, crescent lunge. Good. Find your right arm, wrap it underneath your left arm. Do the arms first, it's easier. And then guide your right leg. I'm kind of dragging mine for balance, and then wrap it around. Squeeze. You got to bend into that standing left leg. Yeah. Lift the elbows up. Squeeze. Weight in that heel. Weight so the shin moves back. Keep the leg squeezing very tight. Just unravel your arms. Guide your right leg back, warrior one. Trust. Good job. Drop the arms, interlace the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come forward, humble. You can either rest your stomach on your thigh or snuggle in there. The goal is to have your right ribs turning towards the front edge of the mat though, so you don't want open hips. Yeah. Clasp hands moving away from the lower back. Yeah. Heavy in your legs, guys, really press. Pull the torso up. When you pull your torso up, unravel your arms and straighten your leg. Step your back foot in a little so that the whole right side of the body moves. Left hand on hip, right arm extends up, halfway down, steer the left hip back. I'm gonna use this block and I'm gonna set it up so it's just a nudge in front of my right shoulder. Go high with the block. Yeah. Left hand on the flat part of your back, look sideways and begin to twist. Yeah. Feel like someone's got you on one of those big stretchy ropes and they're pulling your hips to the back edge of the mat. It's a great hamstring opener. It's a great IT band stretch. Stay for just a drop longer. Hands to the earth, down dog. From your dog, step your right foot forward, rise crescent lunge. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, lean way out, hook the elbow and twist. This can be done modified with your knee to the floor. Easy twist if that's better for you. Air twisting or hovering. Lean back a little bit so you want to get the crown of your head. Yeah, to kind of line up with that back heel. More weight forward so the crown of your head is moving forward. Two more. Great. Hands to flame your front foot. Drop the back knee like we started the practice on an angle. Take your block and set it up so it's on the instep of that right foot. Left palm on the block. So pick the height. It could be low, it could be medium, it could be high. I'm going to kind of go in the in between. The left palm's going to go on the block. The right arm's going to peel back. This could be where you stop. It's a setup for full pigeon. Bend your left knee, your left foot, and see if you can get hold of your foot into your hand. If it doesn't work out, just stay in that transition part. Watch the left shoulder. That's why I have my hand on a block, so the shoulder doesn't turn in. Yeah, so if you're really tight, then you have to be higher on the block. Katie, it may feel good to turn your foot out and let your right thigh kind of wrap open because you're loosey-goosey. Yes. Breathe. Let the foot go. Place both hands down. Integrate the back leg. Step to a dog. Left foot lands, crescent. Yep. Rise. Drag the hands to prayer. Lean out first, then hook and twist. Find the variation that works for you. If you are staying in the more basic version, back leg is super charged up. Yes, if you're opening your arms, that's great. If not, just be. Crown of the head lines up with that back heel. Stay for a few more breaths. This looks really good. Wherever you are is where you are. Hands to frame your front foot, pause. Don't do anything too fast. You got to move slow. Drop the back knee, slide the block underneath the right shoulder, find the sweet spot for you. Left arm peels back. Every time you get into this, you just want to pause in every little step. Kick the right heel up and then see. Yeah. It's a tremendous quadricep stretch. So as release, yes. Watch the right shoulder that it's not turning in. Good. Stay with it. Couple more. Release the foot. Place both hands to frame your front foot. Integrate your back leg. Step to a plank. Halfway to a push-up, up dog or cobra. Hips go up and back, down dog. Slide your right knee forward, half pigeon. Make this feel good. Yep. So sometimes when you keep the movement really basic, your body responds really nicely. Drop down into the post. Melt like butter. Stay in the yoga trance, down dog. Just pop up, feed your left leg forward, melt the left side. Full, no two sides of the body are exact, so be kind. Nice. Allowing yourself to just be quiet and feel. Drop down a little deeper, stay a little longer. So to get out of the pose, Katie, you could stay a few extra breaths on this side. Knuckle the mats with your hands, interlace them or fist them so they're like shoulder width distance. Curl the right toes into the mat. So you're going to slide into a tight forearm plank, lengthen your tailbone, and then we'll work the abdominal wall a little bit. So you'll rock your weight all the way forward, crown of the head moves forward, and you'll rock your weight back like you're flexing, but your tailbone is long. You're going to rock your weight forward, and you'll rock your weight back. So go like that a few more times, forward and then back, forward, slow, and back. One more, forward and back. Find neutral. One palm at a time, plank. Yep. Hips go up and back, down dog. Hop your feet through, lay down on your backs, bring your blocks with you. Bend your knees in half. We'll take, if you only have one block, you can slide it this direction. We're going to take our bridge pose. Okay. Feet can go flat on the block and then you're going to lift up. If you have two blocks, you can place one under each foot. Yeah. Yeah, I think if your head is elevated, it's fine. Yeah, it's like you're sleeping. Good. So if you can, interlace your hands underneath your lower back, and that's going to give you the back bend. Press the floor away and then lift. There's so much more power in this pose by having your feet elevated. Wrap your inner thighs down and under. Press your feet strong into the block. Exhale the breath, lower down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Repeat second set. If you want to flip your palms, you're welcome to. If not, just repeat like we just did for full wheel. Chin tucks, giant breath in, lift up. See what happens. Turn your feet forward though, and you're in good shape. A little more with your right foot. There you go. Lift up from the tailbone to the backs of the knees. There's a strong lengthening. Good. Lift a little higher. The hair. Exhale the breath, lower down. If your feet are on the block, keep them there. Okay. Yeah, keep your feet on the blocks. Keep your left leg bent and hug your right knee towards your navel. So the left leg is bent on the block and the right knee is dragging in. Extend the right leg straight up, grab behind the thigh, flex the foot strong, and let your leg kind of fall into your hand. Good. Pull your right leg around to the outside of your right rib for a half happy baby. Let your left thigh kind of drop open on the block a little so it looks like this. Yeah. Good. Let your left knee rotate up towards the sky. Replace the right foot down onto that block if you can find your foot to the block. Hug your left knee and give it a good little squeeze. Right knee is pointed towards the sky. Straighten the left leg up towards the sky and grab behind the thigh. Let your leg kind of fall into your hands and give yourself a passive hamstring release. Flex your foot like you're stamping a footprint up on the sky. Drag the outer part of your left knee to the outside of the left ribs, half happy baby. Let your right thigh kind of wrap open a little. Gives you a little bit more room to get that hip a little more lubricated. And then reach and grab for a full happy baby. It's a nice way to get into it. Lengthen your tailbone. Yeah, lengthen the tailbone. Feel the lower spine melt into the floor. Your shoulder blades press. Hug the knees straight in. Give them a giant squeeze. Yeah. And slide the legs out. Use these blocks if you have them for Shavasana, complete rest. Yeah, let your legs flop open. Lift your hips up and then lower them back down. So you're really, really relaxed for the next 2 minutes or so. It is a challenge. Make yourself comfortable. Make yourself a bed. Fall into the mat. Take a big breath in. Follow it up with a deep exhale breath out. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring your arms up over the top of the head. Hug your knees in towards your chest. With your eyes closed, come up to a seated position. So just have your legs, your shins crossed, and sit up in this cross-legged position. Sitting up really tall with your eyes closed, take your left hand on the top of your right knee, take your right hand behind your back, lengthen up and look over the shoulder, and take a really soft twist. Spin back to center, right hand on left knee, left hand behind the back, lengthen up, soften and twist to the left. Spin around to center, find neutral with your hands in prayer, and just feel. Feel the effects of this morning's practice. It's always slightly different or very different. Bow your head, have some gratitude. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Job well done. That was fantastic. I'm going to stream live from Revel on Friday. I will probably teach next Wednesday, and then you won't see me for a couple weeks. Yep.